Hey, good morning, everyone. It's May 28th. We got the Grumpy Trade Long Range EPS scan. Stocks in play. Let's get into it here. So we have first on the list, AKBA. We took this entry yesterday at 290. We got in here at this 290 area off the VWAP. We took some partials into this 294, only 4 cents, but it was daily R2 at that point in time. And we're monitoring that strength into this $3 premises. And we got that stop now adjusted to 290. So it's a break-even trade. Continue watching that for strength there. Fresh trade ideas app. We got app here popping up on the radar. We're going to be monitoring this pullback for this scalp opportunity. Watch for a pullback into this 2-day VWAP at this 371 and this 376.80 premises. From here, we'll look for some type of backside opportunity. If we get this pullback into this premises, look for a backside trade into the VWAP. Then ideally it consolidates. We could look for that fashionably late scalp above the VWAP to take that trade into the high a day, and then potentially look for some type of hitchhiker scalp for that break of 385 to continue a push into this 390. And then we got some room back up, maybe even potentially up to this 410 and 450 premises if this stock wants to get going. Next on the list is AVGO popping up again. And we could see here, as we last discussed, it's been barcoding in this range, potentially put in a nice cup handle, inverse head and shoulder, so to speak. So what we're looking for here is it's breaking above the entry at 236.50. So we'll see if we could get a little pullback into this 235.90 area. Get a little retest of this prior resistance, see it act as support, and we could take that same backside scalp back into the VWAP, look for some consolidation here, look for the fashionably late scalp above the VWAP to fuel that push into 240 and maybe potentially get back up into that 250 premises, 245, where you could see here on the daily time frame where we've had some supply in the past up in this area, you could see. So that's the trade plan for AVGO. Next on the list is TBI, but we had this was a trade idea from yesterday. So this is an active trade, just kind of going over it. We had this entry at the 1010, right on this VWAP. The 1010, we took some off into this daily R2 and we're leaving it on. So right now we'll leave our stop here underneath this low here at 1024 or 1027 in this premises right here. RRC is next on the list. We can see here this consolidation, potentially putting in this bull flag on the daily time frame. So what I'm monitoring on RRC is to see if we can keep this break above this new high, above this fresh new rally, above this flat to rising 5-day moving average, you could see. So what we want to do is look for strength above this $40 premises. If we could get some strength above $40 up in this area, let's look for a play up into this $40 to play a breakout and potentially get back up to that 484, these prior daily highs for 40.90 area, maybe even go back up to that 42 premises where we had some prior supply up in here on the daily time frame at 42 premises. Next on the list, ACI, getting nice and tight up in here, a little bit of a slow mover, but again, we had this rally to a new high above this flat to rising 5-day moving average. So ideally, we get this pull back into this 22 area, retest yesterday's close, get back above the 2-day VWAP. This could be a backside scalp. Then we're looking for a fashionably late scalp with the convergence of the daily VWAP, a 2-day VWAP that could fuel the break of 22.25 and give us that push potentially back up into this 22.50 and then back up to that 23 premises. ACHR is next on the list here. This wasn't on the scan, but I like this stock here. It's got this getting back above the 5-day moving average here. The 5-day moving average will start to flatten out, monitoring the break above this 11.15 with a stop underneath this 10.79. So ideally, we get something like this, pull back to this 2-day VWAP, get back above the daily VWAP for a fashionably late scalp, potentially opening range break hitchhiker above that level for trade back into this $12, $12.50 premises, maybe even this gap fill up to $13.15. Next on the list here is KVYO. Holding this 20-day moving average, holding the year-to-date VWAP high, trading underneath the year-to-date price for the year. We have this rally. The 5-day moving average is still flattening, but as data is released today, and if this price action holds, the 5-day will flatten to rise. So we're monitoring for strength above this 33.98 area, get back above 33.98, reclaim this area potentially, and then that could fuel us our push back up to this 35 premises with the stop under 33.59. OLO, last on the list here, is again a fresh rally to a new high above this flat to rising 5-day moving average. We're looking to see if we can get strength above this 910. And then we're looking to get this push back up into 950, 947 premises up in that area. Stop at this $9 right under this low right here at 898. This is the last stock now. EXEL it's trading under the 5-day, but we're gapping above it. So this could be a don't chase the gap, wait for VWAP scenario. Maybe potentially this wants to get into this 430, get back above 44.50, and then we could play that break of 44.50 to fuel that push back up into this, maybe even to that 48 premises. So if you like this kind of analysis, please like, subscribe. Enjoy the day.